Hi all, Michael again, answering Ed Coots' question, talking about cross training and circuits and strength training and stuff like that. Not just while injured, but also rest of the time round. Give you a little bit of context in terms of some of the injuries that I've had. I've been generally quite lucky in that I've sort of caught a few before they've become too much of a problem. Although having said that, last year I did manage to tear the sheath of my Achilles, and that basically was as a result of not doing as much strength stuff and mobility and all of the other good practices for looking after yourself. Basically, I wasn't doing as much of that, which led to a little bit of an imbalance further up the kinetic chain, so in my hip and through my glute as well, which basically meant that my Achilles was taking a bit more load and got a bit beaten up. So in relation to that, I then did a bit of cross training on the bike coming back from that. I know a few other people who use bikes quite extensively as part of their cross training because their body just won't let them do the same volume of running as others. So the bike's it's all right. It's better than nothing. I mean, your body doesn't really understand what. Which I think how to explain this. So if you're in the right sort of energy system, if you're working, you're going to get some benefit out of it. So that's fine. I mean, that sort of general rule that I've seen floated around is that for every mile you would have run, do 10 minutes on the bike. But that's just a general sort of rule. So like if you're going to do a 4-mile run, do 40 minutes on the bike instead. So strength stuff. Richard's circuits were great when we were able to do them. So I started doing those probably around, I think just a bit older than you are now, Ed. But because I came to the sport a little bit later. Every week I do that. And they've gradually built it up. So now, having come off the back of my Achilles problem, I've been trying to be a bit more diligent with it. I'm not doing very well at it, but I am trying. So doing 2, 3, 4, either 20-minute circuits or a bit more specific strength stuff. I'm quite lucky in that I've got sort of a med ball and some weights and stuff at home, so I can work with that. But in terms of, I'm waffling a bit here, but you're sort of like, do your strength all year round. It's good, but not to the point that you're getting tired and it's then affecting your running, because running is quite a specific movement, so you're always moving in one plane. So what that can lead you is open to is some potential weaknesses. So by doing general strength stuff, you're counteracting those weaknesses, and most injuries come as a result of overuse, resulting in either a weakness developing or exploiting a weakness to cause damage, because the body's really good at protecting itself. So for example, say you've got a tight hip, your body will compensate for that and protect the hip by, in my case, putting more force through my other leg, which is my left leg, and then straining the Achilles. So if you can even out these weaknesses, these overall weaknesses, you're opening yourself up to less chance of overuse injuries. By having a higher degree of variability and having good movement skills across these varied landscapes, that results in an overall sort of healthier body, and therefore you can train more consistently. Healthy body, healthy athlete, good performances come eventually. All right, cheers. Hopefully that made sense.